It's the Aloha Shirt Psychic. Go and grab your lei. His name is Meldor. He keeps our stress at bay. And every week he goes live on the internet to read on all of your political comments. It's the Aloha Shirt Psychic.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mel Dorr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic. Arthur is on tonight. It's Aloha Tuesday. And Sherry's with us. She's behind the scenes pulling all the strings. It's like, who's that woman behind the curtain? So, Sherry, thank you.
And her little dog, too.
A little kitty cat, too. I was going to be on Sherry's show last night. Arthur filled in because Sherry called me. She texted me, we're waiting for you. And I'm like, I fell asleep.
He was sound asleep when I called him.
Oh my goodness. My iPhone is going crazy because it thinks I'm saying, I say Sherry, but it thinks I'm saying something else, which I don't want to say because then it'll.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, okay, Sherry, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they do it, darling?
Swampvoices@gmail.com. Where's there we go. Swampvoices@gmail.com. And
go ahead.
Hopefully by Christmas while I'm on Christmas break, I'll get my landing page and stuff up so that they can just go to a website page.
I predict.
That's what I'm working on.
I predict. So if you want a really awesome reading from the Ragin' Cajun,
that's me.
It's you, darling. All right. Thank you so much, sweetie. We couldn't do it without you. And then we have the one, the only Arthur. What's going on, Arthur? Where, who, what?
I'm lucky to be here. We had a power outage on Sunday, and when I turned my computer back on, it wouldn't go on. So I wasn't able to do my show on Sunday, but a friend lent me his laptop for last night and for today. So I'm very happy about that.
Was there a power surge? Because sometimes that can blow up your computer.
Well, it's at the end. I took it to the IT guy, so we'll see what happens.
When my old computer, well, it wasn't old, it was only 4 years old, but I used it so much, it was a laptop. And when it went on the fritz, I had a control board on it. And they said, well, it's going to cost $900 to get it fixed. I'm going like, what?
Get a new one. Better
buy a new one. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And we just happened to have one on sale today.
Exactly.
Yeah, bait and switch.
My son used to work for a computer repair shop, and they would sell refurb and new equipment. And somebody bring in something, and oh no, I want to get it fixed. And he's like, it'll cost you twice as much to fix it as it will to go out front and pick out another one just like it. I mean, do the math,
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Arthur, how do they get a hold of you?
At ArthurEaseYourMind.com.
All right, Arthur, what do you got coming up?
Saturday, December 15th at 3:30. It was a Zoom event with me and Valerie. And then March 15th, the Ides of March, will be at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. So just go to Dragonfly
live event
for a live event. Yep. And we also have room discounts for rooms and all that kind of stuff. So check out her event on her site and take it from there.
Every time I hear Las Vegas, I want to launch into Elvis Presley, bright light city gonna set my soul, which I cannot.
If you remember Diamonds Are Forever, the James Bond movie.
Yeah, that works too.
They had the red trans. I think it was a Mach 1. He kept on riding all through Vegas with, and it was in front of the Golden Nugget. So,
right,
it's fun.
Sherry, what you got coming up, darling?
I got the sisters coming up tomorrow night. Politics with Judy Thursday night. Monthly Mysteries with Amy. She came on and read with us last month. Remember, Mel?
Yep.
On Friday afternoon, and going to get my hair cut. And my members only live stream Friday night. And then a bunch of stuff over the weekend, and I'm not turning the page and digging. So
There you go.
Go to my post page. You'll see what's loaded up.
When people tell me they're going to get their hair cut, my first thought is, well, at least you got hair.
It's starting to look like straw at this point. It's like
At
I
least you got a hair.
desperately need a haircut.
I could use some straw up here, y'all. Well, they say, grass don't grow on a busy street. It doesn't grow on concrete either. All right.
And to contact Mr. Mel, you can go to www.meldor.com or you can call 847-590-5411.
And in May, I've got my Danube trip coming. So it's going to be really cool. Danube cruise. We'll tour Germany and Prague, and then we'll get on the boat in Austria. And we'll go all across Austria, Prague, Budapest, Bratislava. It's going to be a neat trip. But try to book it by the end of this month because you get a $200 discount and free coach airfare. So, but try to book it by the end of this month. I've got opening.
Can't beat that.
It's selling out pretty quick. It really is. I know that sounds like a sales pitch, but it's true. And then next August, my trip to Iceland next August.
No, I don't have that one up.
So August,
I do it
that's
on
to see
this.
the eclipse, whatever. I think
Total
it's going to
eclipse.
last the total eclipse. So that's going to be really neat. We won't be able to see the northern lights on that trip because it's going to be daylight probably 22 hours a day. And so it never really gets dark. So in order to see the northern lights, it has to be dark, which, by the way, they're not green. When you take a picture of them with your camera, they look green because your camera picks up colors your eye can't see. They're really white, but they look like, these lights dancing around, and it's really cool to see.
And when are you going on that?
August. I think it's August the 8th, I think. All right. They're on my website, meldor.com. Then now we do the Galapagos. Galapagos, there you go. September the 8th through the 15th. We're going to fly to Quito, Ecuador. It's supposed to be really neat. I've never been there. But there's big UNESCO sites there. Those are World Heritage sites. And if it's got UNESCO, it's good. So then from there, we'll fly, I think, to one of the Galapagos Islands. We'll get on the boat there. And we'll go to like 5 different islands. And we'll snorkel. And it's real casual, laid back. So you don't have to dress up or anything. And that's going to be...
Sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a neat trip. So, sure, maybe you and Arthur save your money. Come with us. We'll have a blast. Couldn't you imagine?
I'd have to get a passport.
I'll be a stowaway.
We still got plenty of time to get your passport. That boat would just float without the water with all of us on it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just stick me in the suitcase. They'll never know I'm there.
Of course, thanks to Linda Grindle, and thank you to Kirsten, and thank you to Joy, and thank you to Annette, and all the volunteers and the people who attended Benicia. It was a really fun
Pictures
event.
were fabulous.
Yeah, it was a fun event. It really was cool. So thank you, everybody. And it's nice to see the people who are our supporters and our subscribers face to face and get to talk with them. And, nice to be able to interact with members of our community as well. Mm-hmm. So thanks to everybody for that. And Andrew from Androniki, he sent at the bottom, website andro-niki.com, he sent these gift bags, and it was a full-on set of products, not samples, but a full-on set. He sent to every attendee. We had them there, and some of the attendees started using it the first night because they could, we handed them out the meet and greet on Thursday night, and the next morning they were all raving about how wonderful it was. So Andrew, thank you so much. We took.
I actually got an email from someone today who said, I've been watching you and Mel and everybody talking about that wonderful skincare. So I bought some and I started using it, and wow, I love it. I'm like, yay.
It's incredible. So I even had people say that when they took it and had, somebody, skincare specialist look at the ingredients and they loved it. So they were all great ingredient. So here we are. So Andrew, thank you, thank you, thank you. Try the product. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get out of y'all's way so you can do your.
I'm going to add, if it's all right, I'm going to add one thing here.
Go ahead.
I'm going to show you to put up. There it is. We're in middle of Mercury retrograde to the 29th.
Oh, Prozac.
Valium, but with a B&B chaser. But I have a guided meditation on my site called Embracing Mercury Retrograde. So it'll help everyone get through this time. And there are positive aspects to a Mercury retrograde. Not many, but there are. So use the energy. What's that?
Can you name me one positive thing about a retrograde Mercury?
It's the best time to do your back paperwork, your back taxes, because it slows everybody down. You have to cross your T's, dot your I's. It forces you to do that. This is not the time to sign the contract, but it's the best time to write the contract. Also, you don't buy the big ticket items, but you do your due diligence and kick the, if you're going to buy a car, you go take it for a test ride and kick the tires. But after the 29th, there's usually a shadow period for about a week, and then everything is moving forward.
But is it true that if you start something before a retrograde Mercury, let's say a day or two before, then it's okay to carry it through?
Once you, if it's already started, if it's a contract, I mean, I have a friend who's buying a house. She's signing I think she's signing paperwork tomorrow. So, but she started a couple months ago because she said it's retrograde. Is it okay if I sign this? I said, well, if you go wait to the 29th, I would, but if you've already started, go for it. You'll be all right.
All right. So everybody check that out. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So, well, not fun, but maybe, navigating a retrograde Mercury without Prozac, right?
Or Valium with the B&B chaser. So
there you go. That sounds even better. All right. Are we ready to get started, Mr. Arthur?
Talk about spirit guides. I mean, that's when I meet, Jack Bean and Tom Collins and Captain Morgan and
there you go. Jose Cuervo.
Exactly. They all show up.
What's that song? Jose Cuervo, he was a friend of mine. There you go.
Yeah.
So trips to the liquor store to survive the retrograde Mercury.
Yes.
My new movie. No, geez. All righty. Sherry, we're ready to go, girlfriend. Sherry stars all of our comments and puts them up. Antoinette's granddaughter. Hey, Antoinette's granddaughter. With the 3 solar flares speeding towards the Earth, how is that energy going to affect the Earth? I think it might disrupt maybe some communications. Solar flares and sunspot activity does that. It might knock out some communications for a bit, but I don't think it's going to be some catastrophic event. No. What do you think, Arthur?
I'm not getting Armageddon.
Me either. I'm not hiding under the desk right now. So
remember
my computer will go poof. Right?
I remember in grade school, the nuns would say, "Get under the desk. We're having a bomb scare, testing and all that." Like,
I refuse to do it. You go out the hallway and duck and cover, and I refuse to do it. And so they called my dad, and we were always told, if you get, because we got spankings in school if we were bad.
Yeah.
So I got a spanking in school because I refused to do it. And they'd call my dad, and my dad said, "Why didn't you do it?" I said, "Well, if they drop atomic bombs, we're all going to die anyway. So what's the use?"
Yeah, like that wooden desk is going to really save my life.
We were told, if you get a spanking at school, you'll get one when you get home. But that time I didn't get spanked at home because I was like, for what purpose?
Yeah. You're just speaking truth.
It was ridiculous, I mean,
but
tornado
but I'm not getting the solar flares. Maybe some cell phones and stuff, but not really anything crashing.
I don't think so either. And in fact, how long does it take for something for 93 million miles to get from the sun to here? What is it? 15 minutes, 20 minutes? So, they're probably already hitting us, and it's not doing anything to me at all.
Is it time for me to go to a liquor store?
There you go. Not doing anything. I'm okay. Good thing I don't have a pacemaker, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
No, it's not going to affect pacemakers or anything.
Mm.
Tammy, will the American people ever see proof of the money Trump? See proof of the money Trump.
And where it came from. He's saying that he's going to give $2,000
Oh, I see.
from the tariffs, and also offering a $10,000 bonus to the air traffic controllers that did not call out sick. I don't see it happening.
I don't either. And if it does, he'll find ways around it. He'll blame it on somebody. But here's what really frosts me is like, oh, now you're making a promise to give the American people $2,000 each so you can buy them off. But how much money are they losing because of the tax breaks that you've given to your rich friends, Donald?
Exactly. I think somebody figured it out. It would be like, we're spending, because of the tariffs and everything, we're spending about a little over 5,000 extra a year, and he's giving us 2,000.
So you're still 3,000 in the hole.
Exactly.
And have you seen chicken prices lately? Up by 25%. Turkey prices, oh my God, some places up by 50 to 70%.
And did you see that plug he gave talking about, well, Walmart this year, they're having their turkey dinner 25% less than when Biden was president. Yeah, you get 15 items. Last year you got 21.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly.
And you had top name brands, and now you don't. Oh, and hi, Kevin.
I just heard that Elon Musk is going to be the first trillionaire.
There are families that are trillionaires, though.
Well, but his workers, well, Tesla is the company, even though he's running the ground, he still made a lot of money on that because what did he do? He cut American jobs, just like he cut, things to the bone in his factory.
Yeah. Did you get your Doge check? I didn't get mine.
I'm sorry, say again.
Remember the Doge checks? Did you get your Doge check? I didn't get mine.
I didn't get mine. But he was given the job that Congress should have been doing. And he made billions by taking away from American workers. He's said to be the first trillionaire, but yet his Tesla workers, their average salary is $50,000 a year. So my guides are telling me that he's going to lose a great deal of his fortune. So, and Trump family too. So there you go. All right. Audrey Richards became a YouTube member. Yay. Thank you, Audrey.
That's great.
Thank you. All right. What we got next, Sherry? It's Giga Hellblaze. Hello. Families of the victims of Camp Mystic have filed a lawsuit against Camp Mystic officials. One victim still hasn't had her remains found. Many never will
be found.
Okay, is that a question or is that a statement? Or will they find her remains? I don't know what the question is.
Yeah. That's the one in Texas.
Right. Well, I do see her remains being found. And I do see families winning those lawsuits, even if I don't know if Camp Mystic goes bankrupt, if that would I still think they'd have to pay out. I don't know.
But I'm also feeling their insurance may say it was an act of God.
Well, it's one thing to have an act of God, but it's another thing in the fact that intuitively, I feel for entertainment purposes only, they might have been negligent in informing the campers or in keeping the place up. So then act of God wouldn't be covered in that. And that's going to be a big legal argument.
Yeah. It's going to be nuts.
It is. But anyway, so, all right. Firefly, do you see Elizabeth Warren being minority leader in the Senate or in a prominent role to help the Dems? I say yes. She'd be a good Senate. Well, if she becomes minority leader, then at some point she'll be majority leader because we're going to take back over the House and the Senate. So I see her in a hugely predominant role. Yes,
I've seen a predominant role, but I'm not sure about that. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I've always felt that Jeffrey still becomes House Speaker.
Yeah, but they're talking about the Senate, though.
Oh, Senate. I know. Sorry. I'm
I
still.
figured a high-level possession, and
She's going to be doing something with probably. I'm not sure she's going to be minority leader. Sorry.
very
I'm not,
high-level position in the Senate.
Yeah.
And you know what I just picked up? Remember when they censured her in the Senate? Was it Mitch McConnell or somebody because she spoke up and they didn't like it?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? There's going to be somebody that's a MAG or something like that in the Senate that's going to speak up, and she's going to have them censured. That's what I see. They're gonna. How can you do this? How can you do this? You can say, very simple. Remember when?
Yeah, exactly. We don't forget.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's a dual yes. Yes. And they're nervous as a dog doing peach seeds because they know now that this whole Epstein file thing's going to come to fruition. You know, this brings up a question, Arthur. Yes, she'll be sworn in. Now, Johnson might say, well, the government hasn't officially reopened. It's like, okay, Mike, do your job.
Well, she'd be
Twofold.
sworn in, but if they follow procedure, he's up to 7 days
Right.
to bring. I see that she will be signing it.
So do I. The other thing is, I see a petition starting in the House to get rid of Preacher Johnson. What do you think about
Yeah, with Marjorie Taylor Greene leading
the charge?
Yeah. I was thinking about more like Frankenstein, where they had the villagers with the torches and pitchforks.
So the other one is Ghislaine or Ghislaine or whatever. Maxwell. She was put in this prison that's really not even a maximum security. It's like a luxury hotel for her. She's getting hot showers, any kind of meal she wants.
Special treatment.
Another prisoner complained about it, and that prisoner was sent off to more of a horrible prison. Right?
There were two.
Right.
They shipped out.
Okay.
2 inmates that talked.
So the question is, do you or do we foresee this is this setting us up? So, in other words, is this a precursor to her being pardoned? That's the question. Do you see her
when he pardoned, the 77 people, including Giuliani and the 6 other no-name conspirators? That's the first thing I thought of. Was he suing this to set it up? But the thing is, if he would have really pardoned her, and everybody knows what she's done, I feel there's going to be a lot of problems if he does.
I've got a feeling he's going to pardon her. I could be wrong, but I feel it. And you're right. Boy, people are.
If he's going to do it, he better do it now before the Epstein files come out.
Oh, big time. The other thing is with the pardons he did for Giuliani and those other people, it's kind of a wink and a nod. Yeah, it's okay to try to overturn the government, but it's not really. But it really, it was just more of a statement, if you will.
Because a lot of those charges were state, not federal.
Exactly my point. Those crimes are state, so it really doesn't mean anything. But he's still giving a wink and a nod to those people that led the insurrection. But that's going to come back to bite him big time. You'll see.
Bigly,
because I still see Giuliani in jail. Now Trump might have try to pressure the states to let him off the hook, but I don't think so. And once Trump is gone, and once the Maybelline Queen is gone, I see the federal government looking back and saying, "But wait a minute." Now we can reinstate some of these charges because were those pardons valid?
Legal.
In other words, it's if I know you created a criminal act and I got money to pardon you, then that pardon is not valid. So futuristically, I see a lot of those pardons overturned.
Yep.
So there you have it. So Maxwell, they said, will the special treatment stop? Not while
Mm.
Trump is in office, but they're giving her special treatment because he was afraid of what she might say. Now, she might come out and deny the whole thing, but I want to tell you something. They're going to try to redact the Epstein files, but I see the whole thing coming out.
They may try and redact it, but I've always said Scotland Yard and others have the whole thing unredacted.
It's going to come out.
Where's
big
Julian
time.
Assange when you need him?
Right? Luna Rose says, hello, Sherry, Mel, and Arthur. Bovino was set to leave Chicago this month. Is this the beginning of ICE finally, hopefully leaving Chicago soon?
Well, they cut the head off, but I still see them around.
Well, I'm going to stick with what my guides showed me, and I'm getting a T-shirt that's going to say Chicago ice is melting.
Yeah.
And when I said that, somebody put in the comments, well, why only in Chicago? Why not everywhere? Well, if it starts melting in Chicago, that means it's going to melt other places as well. So I'm sticking to Chicago ice is melting.
Mm-hmm. And we'll go for climate change on that one.
There you go. Laura Wright says, who will win the last special election in Tennessee for the House and Congress? The Dem is what? The Dem is, I can't pronounce it. And the is Matt
Afton Ben, and the veteran Republican is Matt Van Epps. Johnson is waiting
to see who wins. I could be wrong, but I see blue. That's what I'm, as I'm looking, I saw this blue pin on the desk as well. I see blue. But there's a red one right next to it.
That's, that's weird because I'm getting the same.
I would draw to the blue.
I got a yes for both of them, so I don't know what it means. So we'll see.
Well, it's a runoff, isn't it?
Yeah. But the end result could be blue.
I think you got a yes on both of them because this is a runoff, but if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I see blue. I think people have had it with Trump.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, these past elections, I mean, think about it. The things that Trump vowed to fix have worsened, and he's done nothing to fix them.
Oh, but he says they have been fixed. You've got the lowest inflation, all prices are down. Yeah. Where?
Oh, okay. Have you been
in the imaginary world?
People need to use some Socratean reasoning here and say, oh, the prices are down, this is down, that's no. Okay, Donald, how do you know that to be true? Because it's a lie. The prices aren't down.
When's the last time he was at the grocery store?
Well, he doesn't have to shop. He gets somebody to do it for him.
Yeah.
But the Republicans, even in conservative Iowa, there was a Republican in town hall that was booed because of questions about health care, and all of that. So, even the folks in Tennessee are going to be like, wait a minute here. I just feel blue. I could be wrong, but I think that what's happened is a harbinger.
Eventually, I feel it's going to be blue.
Well, I'm just talking about, I saw blue.
Election. I know.
So we'll see. All right. Hi, Arthur and Mel. Will there be a presidential election in 2026? I know it's not scheduled, but maybe dump and maybe no. But even if both of them were gone, you wouldn't have an election. It goes down chain of command. So then it'll be Speaker of the House, and after that, I think it's Postmaster General. So it's a whole chain of stuff. So no, I don't see a presidential election in 2026. What do you think, Arthur?
No, I agree with you. I feel that I always felt that Trump does not complete 2026 as president, but J.D. Vance is not going to be involved because he's going to be a co-conspirator. And then the House is blue, and whoever the Speaker of the House is steps forward. And I feel there'll be a committee that runs the country for a bit.
Now let's call him what he's by his rightful name. You mean the Maybelline Queen?
You mean the heterosexual?
Lady. Lorraine Cisneros. Hello, Lorraine.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. Do you see HUD and LEAP taking cuts? They are federal. I couldn't live without them. I do have Medicare, but my Medicaid is the most. I do see HUD taking cuts and also LEAP, but I see you staying on your Medicare and your Medicaid. Medicaid must be the copay for her. So I think they'll probably leave some of that alone for seniors anyway. So
I get HUD cuts, but temporarily, though
right.
everything will be reinstated.
But Lorraine, I'm telling you, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Next one, Miss Sherry, darling. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. How are you? Hello. Hello. Ohana, gentleman family. Ohana means family. My question is, do you both see consequences for the 8 Democrats for not standing their ground for affordable health care? Will they be voted out? Well, I think they're not going to run again. So
Some of them aren't, but some of them are. And Indivisible said they're raising lots of money to make sure that during the primaries, when they're up, they're not winning.
well, I see some of them being replaced by progressive
Younger
Democrats.
progressives.
Yeah. Like Dick Durbin, he voted to reopen the government, but he's retiring.
Yeah.
But I see him replaced by a progressive Democrat. So,
Yeah.
and many of them. But it's not going to hurt the Democrats. It's funny. Trump blamed the shutdown. It's the Democrats, Mike Johnson. It's the Democrats, right? Okay, and I just heard on the propaganda arm of Trump, and we know what that news channel is. We
So
won't say, but we know who it is. There might be an F
FAUX.
somewhere and an X. But they said, I saw the headline, Dems cave, Democrats cave, government reopening. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. So they blame it on the Democrats, but yet when the Democrats agree to reopen the government, then they say the Democrats caved in. I mean,
Yeah.
it's both ways. It makes no sense,
Well, this is why Trump likes the uneducated voter.
Right? Exactly. Here again. ED. Oh, okay. Greetings and salutations, Mel and Arthur. Wisconsin Governor Evers is not seeking re-election. Will our next governor be red or a blue? Blue moon. Here. I see blue. I think
Close, but I'm getting blue.
what do you call people from Wisconsin? Wisconsinites? I don't know. I think they've had it too up there. I see Wisconsin used to be one of the most progressive states in the union. And I see them becoming very progressive again. So I see a blue governor. I do, a Democrat governor.
Things are changing.
Things are changing. Okay, Sherry. Lillian Palko says, what does Sergei Lavrov want to talk to the U.S. about? Money exchange of Epstein files? Thanks all. I didn't know he wanted to talk to the U.S. And to whom is he going to speak?
I'll get an answer on it. I'm sorry.
I feel it has to do with the Epstein files. I do.
Mm.
That's what I pick up.
I keep on hearing the song "Money, Money, Money," so maybe that has something to do with it.
I agree. Flower. Hi, gentlemen. When will the results of the election alliance in Pennsylvania and Florida come out? I don't know what they mean by election alliance.
That's the group that's working to get all the proof that there were there's fraud in the election.
You mean fraud to make it where the Republicans
where he won? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
For the we're talking about 2024.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got
where
it.
he
The most recent election. Gotcha.
Yeah, where he won.
Right.
Supposedly. I'm getting 3 to 5 months.
I think I'm hearing 3 months.
Okay.
That's what I see. 3 months. Johnny Consciousness. Hi, Johnny Consciousness. Hi, guys. What do you see for the future of the labor union movement in the United States? That's a really good question.
After 2026 gets a lot stronger. It's the union label.
Well, I think it's, a message that, many years ago, the unions did great things for their workers. And I happen to be pro-union. But then for a while, it was like you pay these union dues, and the union got in bed with, the companies that, the union represents the employees, but they kind of got in bed with the companies that had the union, and the employees ended up getting screwed. I see the unions becoming really strong again.
Yeah.
And really starting to protect the workers as they should.
As they used to.
Right. I tell this story of my mother working in a textile factory, textile mill outside of Louisville. And the conditions there were deplorable, absolutely horrid. You're breathing in all that cotton dust and everything else. And oh boy, she'd come home, they'd have white in their hair. It was like, oh. But when the unions came in, they got higher wages. They got much more pleasant working conditions. And people said, and then the textile factory said, yeah, now we're going to have to raise the prices because we have to pay our workers more, which was a crock because they were paying their workers this much and making that much profit. So now they had to pay their workers that much and still made the same amount of profit. So, I see the unions once again regaining a lot of strength, and here again being tremendously beneficial for the workers that they are supposed to represent. So that's how I pick it.
I agree.
The unions aren't going to go away, that's for sure.
Mm.
I see them being more powerful again as well, and a lot less corruption, because some of the unions were corrupt. But now the biggest corruption we've got in the government is the regime that's heading it. And, entertainment purposes only, he'll go down in history as the most corrupt president and the most disruptive president and the worst president in the history of this country.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
strong little mama. With the shutdown, even fewer inspectors of foreign food are working. Do you see something like a mad cow disease breaking out? No, I don't see that.
I mean, they didn't really advertise the listeria, problem. So there are problems, but they're not reporting anything.
The only encephalitis, which means an infection of the brain, that I see is in the presidency itself.
True.
So I'll leave it at that. Dehydrated water. Dehydrated water. I like that.
I love that name.
That's funny. I'm going to put an empty jar at work and put on there dehydrated water and see what happens. I did something once at work. I took blue food coloring and I put in water and I put Aura cleanser, and it was a joke. People were going, oh, can I buy that? Will it really cleanse my aura? I go, no, it's a joke.
I would put a Tidy Bowl man on top.
Yeah, right. It was a joke.
I know.
Twisted sense of humor. Dehydrated water. I love that. Will Argentina get the $20 to $40 billion from Trump?
They already did.
Did they get the money already?
This last weekend, the guy was dancing the YMCA on the stage. The president of Argentina.
Well, which let all Americans look at it this way. He said he didn't have the money to fund SNAP, wouldn't fund SNAP, is messing with our health care cost. We're paying buku money at the grocery. Unemployment is high. Healthcare he wants to strip, but yet you can give 20 to 40 billion to a wannabe dictator in another country
because he wants the oil.
Bingo. Well,
Well,
no,
that's Venezuela. Sorry, I stand corrected. That's
he's
Venezuela.
cut a deal so that he or whomever can get X amount of money from the money that he can take out of Argentina.
Yeah,
Right?
into his own pockets.
Correct.
That's true.
Well, it's very simple. Don't
I mean,
eat cattle from Argentina. Don't eat beef from Argentina.
yeah, but sometimes, hopefully, they'll label it. You don't know.
Well, I mean, if this country would, have like a day or whatever, like we are not going to buy this beef from Argentina, we're not going to buy this product or that product, and there's a day coming up where they're asking people just not to buy anything for 24 hours,
Yeah, it's called Black Friday.
a blackout date of buying, that would stop a lot of this stuff. And I see more and more of that happening.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to come out in the future that under the table, there was some shenanigans going on. Trump will no longer be around, but those around him are going to get in trouble for this whole let me buy Argentina so I can grease my own pockets with the goods they're going to send us.
Right. It's crazy.
How much you want to bet? I'll bet you any amount of money that, many of the Cittadini and his cronies have invested and own a piece of Argentina. I'll bet you any amount of money.
I like what somebody said, don't cook for me, Argentina.
Don't cook for me, Argentina.
Yeah.
Laura, right. Will Meta and or Amazon ever be broken up as monopolies? Yes. Yes. I hear yes.
It might take 3 or 4 years, but yes.
Well, it's not going to happen tomorrow at 2:30. I agree.
No.
I see more like 5, but they're going to say no. This is a mega monopoly, and you have to, what do they call it, divest, or you have to break up, or something.
Whatever. Yeah.
Whatever you call it. Kind of like the phone company. Remember, AT&T owned
Ma
everything.
Bell. Yeah.
This is Ma Bell.
Yeah.
What was the saying? You don't screw with Ma Bell. Remember Lily Tomlin, the telephone operator? That was so funny.
One ringy dingy.
Ernestine.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you too. Dwight Lindgren says, will the public ever find out how much money was stolen from the government and get punished? Good question.
No.
They will find out there was a lot of money taken.
Exact figures.
They'll never find the exact amount. They'll say it ranges from here to there. I mean, we're talking billions, not millions, billions.
Mm-hmm.
Annie Berger, hello, wonderful gents. Will 45 actually build that ugly arch in DC? Oh, I haven't heard.
In his dreams.
Now, what's he talking about?
The Arc de Trump.
Arc de Trump?
He wants to do like an Arc de Triomphe in middle. And it'd be bigger than the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, just like his ballroom?
Yeah. And there's a ballroom 2 blocks away that they've always used that houses 1,000 people. I guess he can't walk 2 blocks.
Well, if he ends up succeeding and putting up that ballroom, I see a future president and the Congress tearing it down.
But also with the Arc de Trump, the top had a huge eagle on it, which was just so shades of this is the Fourth Reich,
Right.
Yes.
I don't see it happening.
I don't see it either.
Back to the 20 to 40 billion.
I think Trump really should get the golden arches.
No.
Instead,
The orange ones. Orange. I do see a little arch about this high that's orange with an X mark through it.
yeah, that's true.
I'm going to get a t-shirt with a big arch with an X mark through it. Yeah. It bothers me that he can send 20 to 40 million to Argentina for God knows what. But yet,
It's America first.
Right? But rather than put that money into our economy to fund some of these programs he's cut because he said we have no money, but yet he can spend more money than any president in American history to give his rich friends at tax breaks and to squander it in Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
That just, it's like this whole let them eat cake mentality.
Yeah.
People are getting really mad. Funny how people don't seem to care much about social issues, but boy, when it comes to being hungry and the pocketbook and all of that, they're going to start speaking up, and they're going to speak up loud and clear. We ain't seen nothing yet. People are going to be protesting en masse. I mean, huge.
It was like when Gavin Newsom, though, when he had the Gatsby party, he put out a picture of Trump as Marie Antoinette.
Exactly. I love that. Well, good news for us gay folks. The Supreme Court refused to hear a case about overturning gay marriage. So there you go.
I wonder if Kim Davis is still going to try and get out of paying that $360,000 of it, whatever she owes.
I don't have to pay it. So Kim Davis, darling, if you're watching, I have these words to tell you. Bless your heart.
Pea picking heart.
No, bless your heart, girlfriend.
Well, she don't have one.
She talked about the sanctity of marriage, and she's been married 4 times.
And had children out of wedlock.
Well, when she married the one husband, she'd only been pregnant for 5 months when the kid was born.
Yeah.
So you're going to talk to me about the sanctity of marriage? I don't think so. Jane.
I had a fight with somebody real quick, and she was going on about the sanctity of marriage. I said, I have a question. When you get divorced, do you go to church?
Right.
No,
exactly.
you go to the court.
Right. Thank you. I like that. Yeah. When you get divorced, you go to the church.
Unless you're a Kennedy, then you get annulment.
Or unless you're one Kennedy who a worm ate your brain and you then you go for a vaccine.
I always hear the song Glowworm whenever I look at him.
Somebody should have told him, well, if there were vaccinations against worms, one wouldn't have eaten your brain now, would it? Jane, question. Are our children going to be stuck with 50-year mortgages? No.
They're not that stupid.
I think they'll put a cap on them to say they can't run longer than 25 to 30 years, which is long enough.
But they're saying the average homeowner buying homes nowadays is 40 years old. They get a 50-year mortgage. They're at 90. They work until the day they die.
Not going to happen. Yeah, but how many times are the banks banking on them reselling that home?
Well, of course.
And they make bazillions on it, but I don't see
like me at 70 going to get a mortgage for 30 years.
Yeah, right. Hello. Yeah, let me default on it, right?
I'm healthy. I eat very healthy.
There you go. I'm Maria. Hi, wonderful Mel and Arthur. Will Trump stop killing fishing boats in Caribbean? UK intelligence stop giving info to the NSA. Love from Belgium. Hey, Belgium, how are you? Well, he's just itching to do stuff with Venezuela. I understand there was some boats or something he's got.
Well, he took there's battleships going down there.
Well, that's just him wanting to create a war. Now he can be a wartime president, because here again, what he is trying to do is deceive, divert, distract, divide, destroy, and deflect and deceive the American people. So if he can start a little war, just like, he thinks that that'll take their mind off the Epstein files and everything else. It won't work, Donald. The world's going to be hopping mad if he tries anything with Venezuela. I can tell you that right now. He'll try, but he won't succeed. What do you think, Arthur?
No, I feel he might not be held for war crimes, but the people that are shooting the missiles and blowing up these boats could be tried.
I see them tried for war crimes, and
I was just following orders. Gee, did we hear that before?
Yeah, right. Where did that come from? Does that ring a bell? All right. What you got? Hi, Belgium. The world is going to put pressure on him to stop killing fishing boats in the Caribbean under the guise that they were like, what would you say? They were terrorists or something? They weren't terrorists. They were fishing.
Neo-terrorists or something. Narco-terrorists.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Wrong answer. They weren't smuggling narcotics.
No.
Kim Kinsella says, love you guys. You're so fun. Thank you.
Thanks.
I pay Arthur to be fun. No, tease.
He
I
does.
say, Arthur, here's some jokes. I'll send you the money in the mail. After all this is over and Trump is a memory, well, hopefully he won't even be a memory. We'll just forget he ever existed. After all this is over and Trump is a memory, will we still have two branches of government? No, actually, we have three. Will the Republican Party disappear? I don't think
The
they'll
MAGA
disappear.
Republicans will disappear, but there's gonna be.
I see it. I think what she meant, will we still have two political parties, not
That's
two
what I
branches?
meant. Yeah, I say yes.
I see three political parties, actually.
Hmm.
A new one coming that called the Workers' Party that'll be very strong. So, the three branches of government, legislative, executive, and judicial. But I see legislation being passed that, like our foreparents wanted to have, a system of weights and balances to keep everything in balance so that one branch of the government doesn't have power over another, so that they're equal. And legislation being passed that, to prevent future rogue presidents, or if they ever try some of these shenanigans, to say absolutely not. It's against the balance of power, so that the executive branch, like Trump thinks he's the executive branch, he can do anything wrong.
Wrong. Oh, I've got to say that Raymond just put something up. I can't start, but it's MAGA equals make a grinder account.
I love that.
I always said, my friends in West Hollywood, let's wear MAGA hats that make America gay again. But,
I love
make a
it.
grinder account. I like it. Thank you, Raymond.
Send it to Shady Vance, right?
Yeah, both of them. Mike Johnson, too.
Smudgy says, I'm very worried about the people on the ACA. Will it be ended? What's the ACA?
Affordable Care Act.
Oh, I'm sorry. If people put that up there, please don't abbreviate it. Just write it out, because sometimes my mind doesn't go.
But I love when they say, you know what? I got rid of Obamacare, that piece of shoot, but I'm glad because I'm still in the ACA. You do realize they're the same thing, sir.
People will still be able to get the Affordable Care Act because what they did with reopening the government, they really didn't agree to much. All they did was kick the can down the road until
January. The they're going to vote on it in December, apparently, but Mike Johnson said he may not even bring it to the floor.
Well, but part of the deal was in the Senate is that they would, and part of the deal was that, and so, I feel like the MAGAs and Mike Johnson will renege on it.
Yeah.
So, but then they'll have the Senate, down his back. I still see the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare. I don't see it gutted. They'll make cuts to it, but I still see it going on.
They've had 15 years to come up with another plan, and right now it's like, it's the Hunger Games.
Their only plan is just do away with it, and then
all their buddies that have the insurance companies can charge what they want, and no more pre-existing conditions, etc.
Well, I don't think they'll bring back pre-existing conditions, but it's just like their plan.
I think that's what they want. That's what they want.
That's exactly what they want. But the plan is, let's just do away with it and see what happens. Well, that's not a plan.
Well, there's a guy he's been diagnosed with cancer. His payments right now a month are $44. Starting January the $2,500.
Right.
His deductible is like 16,000 or something. It's crazy.
But I see, they'll try to renege. I mean, the idea is they would vote on it again in December or January and see what happens. They really just kicked the can.
Yeah.
But if they try to do away with it, there's going to be such a public outcry.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think a lot of Republicans are going to realize then that they're voting themselves out of office. So,
a good nail in the coffin.
Right.
Kathy
Reagans, hello, fabulous gentlemen. My question is, do you see the citizens delaying or dropping affordable care, healthcare to the premiums being unaffordable. Here again, I still see that a lot of Republicans are going to say you can't make these premiums so high that people can't afford to pay them because they don't want to be voted out of office. So,
well, the thing is, and I hate that this is coming out of my mouth, but Marjorie Taylor Greene this is what she's preaching. Premiums are too high. It needs to be kept under control.
And she's going to start a real movement in the House to keep premiums under control.
And get Mike Johnson out.
Yeah, and get Mike Johnson out. Now, is she doing it because she cares about her constituents? No, she's doing it because she wants to stay in power. I don't like her. In fact, I don't agree with her politics at all. But she does have a point. People have got to be able to afford to pay their health care. And I see once Cittadini is gone and once Shady Van,
it all changes.
I see a ceiling put on healthcare across the board. Like, guess what? And legislation being passed that these insurance companies can't price gouge. Like,
Yeah, I see Bernie Sanders really going into that one.
He will. And I think they're going to base it on income. If you're in this group, you pay this much, this group, but they'll make it affordable across the boards. So, Bernie Sanders is going to go big time on it.
Well, we can afford if we get a 50-year mortgage.
I'm sorry, say again?
We can afford healthcare if we get a 50-year mortgage.
Yeah, right. People in Europe, when you tell them how much here we pay for healthcare, they're going like, oh my God, that's like a mortgage payment. Yeah. All right. Next one, Sherry.
It was a joke when I said your money or your life.
Right? KKL. Greeting Mel and Arthur. Do you see capitalism softening if the vibration of humans is raised during this spiritual reset? Capitalism will always be around. What I do see is an end to this runaway nuclear capitalism that's hurting us all.
It's not going to be like I said, the Hunger Games. It's not going to be like that.
It's not going to be
dog eat dog world, No.
No, it'll be people can make a profit. People can have, a business. People can get rich. People can do whatever, but it can't be, the top 0.1%, getting all the tax breaks and making more money than the rest of the people in the country. I see it more equitable. I see equitable capitalism. That's what I see.
I also see the words empathy and compassion not being dirty words in time.
Hallelujah. And equality, acceptance, inclusion coming back. I see that too.
Yeah.
Will Citizens United ever be reversed?
Within 5 years.
Raymond DePasquale. Yes, I see them gone.
No, I'm saying within 5 years. Not in 5 years, but no later than.
I agree. Dismantled. How's that? All right. Laura Wright says, will Trump lose and have to pay back the tariff money to countries?
No.
Won't have to. He won't have to pay it back, but I see legislation passed where a president cannot levy tariffs unless first he has a majority approval of the House and the Senate. By that, I mean 60%.
Yeah. Well, Congress has to approve it. And I feel he's in deep shit with the Supreme Court. I feel they're going to turn back the tariffs.
I see 60%. It's going to be legislation passed to say that if a president wants to levy a tariff, then it's going to have to be 60% approval in the House and the Senate. So, and no nuclear majority or nuclear whatever they call it.
The filibuster.
Right, exactly. All right. We need filibusters going on in the Senate and the Senate and the House now. All right. Next one. Gloria Casabun. Will Kamala ever be president? What's her future? I don't see her as president. What do you think, Arthur?
One time I was reading on this, and the hit that I got was I saw her in the Supreme Court.
I don't know about that. I see her in a high government position.
I don't see her
Not
as the, I don't see her as the attorney general.
She would be she'd be a really good Secretary of State.
So people judge.
something high up there,
Yeah,
right?
I don't see her as
But
president.
but I'll tell you who's going to run for president is Newsom, and
Mhm.
my feeling is he's going to win.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. I don't know who he'll have as vice president. Hopefully, it's Buttigieg, but we'll see. I don't think Buttigieg is ready to be vice president, but but I still see Buttigieg having a really high level position as well.
He, I see, is Secretary of State. He speaks 7 languages. I mean,
The guy's really bright. Yeah. He's going to be president one day. You mark my words. Okay, what else we got real quick, Sherry? Smudgy. Hey, Smudgy. Will Trump be allowed to lay in state at the rotunda? I just thought of something really bad.
It's going to be at the Mall of America, or if they do the ballroom, it'll be in there. And as Linda said, he'll be on a pool table.
I just thought of something really bad. I was going to say yes, but nobody will go because they can't stand the smell. That's really bad. Sorry.
Oh, I can see you standing. I'm sorry, miss. You can't go in. We don't allow halter tops.
If he lays in the rotunda, I don't think many people are going to go see it. So I'll leave it at that. That was good, Arthur. You're thinking what I'm thinking. Okay, Sherry, we got time for 2 more, then we got to go. They're going to call me 2 more, Mel. Always. We got time for 2 more.
Well, it's better than 2 weeks, like Trump.
Raymond DePasquale. Will AOC take Schumer's position?
Isn't AOC in the House?
Yes. I think,
I would see AOC as Speaker of the House eventually, like Nancy Pelosi.
That I get cold chills. That's a yes. I agree. I still think Elizabeth Warren would be good in that position. Somebody said it earlier, but
yeah, we'll see.
I see somebody fiery and somebody who will not back down and somebody who's going to be really dynamic and strong.
And be able to hold everyone together. And behind his back.
Absolutely.
Back.
Yeah. Okay, we got time for 1 more. If there's any more left. Okay, Sheila Treasure Finder. Ooh, find some treasure for us, would you, Sheila?
Yeah.
When the dodo or doo-doo hits the fan, the doo-doo hits the fan, will there be constitutional amendments to stop some of this crapola?
You betcha.
Yes, yes, and yes. The answer to that is yes.
Things are going to be tightened up so there's no loopholes.
Big time.
Right now, it's like a sinking ship, and they're going to plug up all the holes.
So everybody, Arthur, how do they get a hold of you?
1-900 ask for help. Ask Artie.
1-900 Prozac.
ArthurEaseYourMind.com.
Okay. Sherry, come front and center, darling.
Sherry,
how do they get a hold of you?
swampvoices@gmail.com. Hopefully by the first of the year, I'll have a web page so they can just go there.
For a Ragin' Cajun reading, contact you. And for me,
and I'm only like 1,700 away from hitting my 10,000 on subscribers. So
you're gonna get your 10,000 before the end of the year, dear. All right, make our prediction.
Yeah.
I'll get on my fake accounts for you.
Go there. You go. Arthur's channel, Sherry's channel, my channel. Thumbs up. To contact me, ask Sherry. No, please.
please.
Meldor.com or call 847-590-5411.
411.
And if you have those 8 spots that you just want to get rid of, check out Android. Right. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. This has been a pleasure. Thank you for your loving support. Everybody, we're in for some rough times, and there's going to be some pretty scandalous things. Remember, don't let the fear control you. Don't let it stand in front of you and hold you back. Let it get behind you and push you forward. Next week, Aloha Tuesday, Arthur's channel.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Sherry, I'll leave the outro to you, darling.
All righty. Should be set. Bye, y'all.